Okay, hello everybody, this is Runescapefar, and today I'm going to show you a program I created. So, one of the things I have a difficulty with my videos is actually picking out a game to do. I got so many games, and it's just hard to pick that one to do. So what I did was create a program using Visual Basic that will actually choose a random game for my videos. So let's take a look at the actual forms themselves. So this is the first form you'll see when it pops up. So we'll have the checkbox for console, PC, mobile, emulator. Now these two boxes here are not finished yet, but the PC and console somewhat are. So let's go ahead and take a look at this here. So let's choose a console. Nintendo 64, since that's the only console I have here on campus right now. So let's pick a random game, shall we? Army Men Soldiers Heroes, Resident Evil 2, Ridge Racer 64, Army Men Air Attack. Okay, let's say I want to do PC though. So let's go to PC, select. That is not, oh, did not mean for that to happen. I gotta remember to make sure I don't check both of them. So here we go. So we have indie PC game, and retro. Let's take a look at some of my indie games. Axie Snake, Fate, Spooky Castle, 8-Bit Armies. Let's take a look at any PC game. Okay, I have not done that one yet. Okay, I've done the retro ones. So this will, once I'm finished with this and have every single game console I have with every single game on it, I will be able to randomly choose a game to play for my YouTube videos, making it my selection that less hard to choose from. So, let's take a look at the coding here, how I did this. Okay, so here's the first form. Okay, so if console checked, then if console.checked, then console show. Else if PC.checked, then computer show, so forth and so forth. So these are actually the names of the other forms I've listed. So for instance, console is console, computer would be PC actually. So I believe that would be form 2, that's console. So let's take a look at the form 2 code. So here is my array list. So I made a structure, Nintendo 64, dim Nintendo 64 stream, made a private file, Nintendo 64. This is how many strings it has in it. So it has 14 total, 0 to 13, where that 0 makes it 14, as Nintendo 64, so I'm marking this as part of this structure here. So, private subconsole, so basically this here is just the form itself. So you don't actually put this in under anything but the form. So when you actually start out, let's go back to this one here. This is basically what you would see here for the private sub form loader. But since I named mine consoles, that's what it will show as. So I did brand as new random. So and then Nintendo 64.checked equals true. Then I'll go to these arrays here. So Nintendo 64 underscore games parentheses 0. That Nintendo 64 equal parentheses Army Men Sergeant Heroes parentheses. This is how you get your text to appear. And then once you enter everything here with all the games you have, then you come down here to the clicker button, and dim ran as new random, parentheses, dim index as integers equals ran.next, parentheses 0, comma, Nintendo 64 underscore games dot length -1, parentheses, dim selected value equals Nintendo 64 dash games, parentheses, index, parentheses, if Nintendo 64 dot checked equals true, then random dash or underscore game dot text equals Nintendo 64 underscore games index dot Nintendo 64 indif. So when we see that in action here, again, let's go here to consoles, Nintendo 64. Since I have that one selected, it will show me all the arrays here. Like I said, it's choosing it at complete random. So okay, now let's take a look at form 3. So form 3 is our PC here. So we have our any PC game and retro. I only have the retro and indie games up now. I still gotta do every single PC game I have, so this one's going to take a little while. So as you can see here, we have the new structure as indie_games, then indie as string, private indie 16, so there's 16 total, as indie games, and then another structure. Again, this is above the private sub. So retro games, then retro string, in structure retro 11 as retro games. So basically I did the same exact thing. So for here, CB indie that checked equals true. Actually, we're going to go ahead and change that to false. Just so that way it won't have both selected when I try to bring up the game page. So if I do that, then when I bring up the PC, it won't have anything selected. If I type in true, then one of these will just naturally be selected. Okay, so now I have two separate structures here. So how do I call both of them for a random generator that won't, I guess, cross each other? So what you want to do down here is dim random is new random, same as before with the index. So you want to dim select value equals nd slash parentheses index. This is right here, the code you need. So if cb_nd.check equals true, then tb random. So basically the same thing as Nintendo 64. Then you put an else if. So if the cb retro is checked, then tb random game text would equal retro index, not indie index, retro index. And then you would change this from, let's see, retro. So you basically want to do this here. So you're dinging index right here. So right here, for this one here, index is identified as indie. But for here, this index is now deemed as for random. And retro instead of indie. And so then I'll have another one that will say if, CB PC game, any PC games that check equals true, then I'll do index equals random.next, parentheses 0, any PC, or whatever I identify it up here as, length -1, and then I'd make sure to do the tb random_game.text equals retro, or PC, whatever I name it, that index dot, or parentheses index dot, whatever I name the structure. So that's basically how I created this program using Visual Basics. It was actually pretty fun and kind of frustrating to complete, as this little line here kind of mixed me up a little bit, but once I got it worked out, everything just kind of started coming together. So hopefully I'll be able to finish this program so I can actually start using it for my YouTube videos. But hey, you can use this for whatever you want. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, leave comments. If you want to see any more of my fun little projects I made using Visual Basics, or some of the actual assignments I had to do in college, let me know in the comments below, and I'll bring them up, and we can take a little knife and dissect them. And as always, make sure you guys please subscribe and leave comments. And always have a nice day, live, love, and game on.